Hi everybody, I'm Beebs Kelley. Welcome back to another video. So the NAACP had their awards recently, and Dave Chappelle, very deserving, received the President's Award. And he was a worthy candidate for it. But it's a shame that this award was really tainted a few years ago. It tainted itself with very unworthy candidates. Back in 2022, Harry and Meghan received the very same award. It was allegedly for their social justice work through Archwell. But what social justice work were they really speaking of? I cannot think of any, really, quite frankly. Harry and Meghan, in particular, haven't really done anything that I could identify as social justice. Like nothing. They've done some stuff to promote and to help or campaign for social media protections. And they've spoken out a lot about the dangers of social media, but I wouldn't say that's social justice as much as protecting kids and youth because, they're the ones most vulnerable, as well as the elderly perhaps, to social media scams or just like negative interactions on social media. But social justice, I don't know. I can't think of anything they've done for social justice. The only thing that would make sense would be their lies about the royal family and the press, that they claimed there was all sorts of ists amiss, and that's why they had to leave, and those sorts of things. Just like how they got the Kennedy Awards, something or rather, for speaking out about isms within the royal family. That award, they later had it edited to say that they were just speaking up just in general, not necessarily within the royal family, against isms. But it matters not, because then following this NAACP award that they got in 2022, in 2023, early in the year, when Harry was promoting Spare, his terrible book, and by the way, for anybody new here, that's why we call him Harold on this channel, because in Spare, he divulges it was a nickname of his. So it's used with sarcasm. Regardless, while he was promoting Spare, he told Tom Bradby that he and Meghan never intended to accuse anybody of any isms anywhere at any point, and that his family was certainly not ist in any way. So he backpedaled on that, and he basically said that they made it up or exaggerated it to a great extent, which is no secret to anybody who paid attention to the saga, but leaves us with this weird and awkward space now, that they received these awards, including the NAACP President's Award, for social justice, standing up against isms, and within a year or two of those awards said, no, we weren't serious about that. So where does that leave us? Were the awards all just bought? Do they need to give back the awards? We're in this awkward space now, just like Harry with his visa stuff. Either he lied in Spare or he lied on his visa application, which is it? They've created this awkward space for themselves because of their contradictions, and at the same time have basically shunned themselves from this community. They were notably absent from every other NAACP award show, event since then. They're not invited. They're not on the guest list. But other previous recipients of awards are invited and continue to go and show up in years following. So either the award was given to them erroneously, they've backtracked on it and should be taken away, or they bought and paid for the award, so they get to keep it, whether they deserve it or not. When it comes to Dave Chappelle, I'll see if I can play his awards speech because I thought it was really, really nice. He's very deserving, he's a worthy candidate for it, and a great choice for it. But it's a stark contrast between somebody like Dave Chappelle, who clearly has done a lot for communities and for success and opportunities within Hollywood and show business, to be getting this award makes sense. And it has value for him. But somebody like Harry and Meghan, who basically admitted that they fabricated the whole thing to have that award, it makes the entire list and all the other recipients look like they're getting something that doesn't really matter. He was recognized by the NAACP as one of the most influential entertainers of his generation, which I would agree completely. But when you think of that and contrast that to somebody like Harry and Meghan, They are not entertainers, they're public figures, but they're not influential. They really aren't. People don't like them and don't receive it well. When Harry and Meghan tell people their opinions or what they think should be done or what they think should be more valued or solved, problems that need to be solved, just pointing at them, people don't receive it well. It comes across as patronizing. It comes across as hypocritical because Harry and Meghan don't practice what they preach. It's not the same thing. That is not influence. Just getting press because people have negative reactions is not influence. Chappelle said, "I hope all of us who work in this industry feel strong and inspired and not discouraged, especially because this is a very difficult time right now. The NAACP is sadly more relevant than it's been in a long time. We've got a lot of work to do, but it feels good to know that we're not in it alone, that we've got each other. And remember, community is everything." And that's a wonderful quote from his speech because it demonstrates exactly why he's viewed as a leader in the space. He's not telling people what to do. He's saying that we're in this together. There's community here. There are people who support one another here, and we should feel strong and not discouraged, all of us together. I hope none of you feel discouraged. I hope you all feel inspired. That's the type of messaging that leaders have, not Harry and Meghan's pontificating and self-elevating, ego-driven, we're doing this, aren't we so great? You all are so privileged to be in our presence. Nonsense. It's ridiculous. Taking awards that you don't deserve should be banned. Other previous recipients of this include Usher and Rihanna, big successes in the music industry and business industry. Rihanna especially, she is a very successful entrepreneur. LeBron James, duh. Kerry Washington, Spike Lee makes perfect sense. Muhammad Ali, amazing choice. All of these people have hugely impacted the industries that they operate within and are leaders within their industries, including Dave Chappelle. Meghan and Harry are not. It makes no sense why they were included in the president's awards history, at all. It makes zero sense, and it's frustrating. It diminishes the award itself, as I said. It takes away from and does a disservice to all the other recipients. And it only highlights and shows the weirdness of why Harry and Meghan were given it in the first place. When we can't even pinpoint any sort of arena where Harry and Meghan led the way or opened doors for anyone or anything, where they've done no social justice work, and the only thing that we could possibly pinpoint is their fabricated ism accusations that they then took back following getting this award. They took it back. They walked it back and said, no, that's not what we said. That's not what we meant. When you see that and you just see how undeserving they are, it raises all kinds of questions. Dave, on the other hand, actually did deserve it. He's incredibly successful. His thought-provoking comedy is sparking change and initiating conversations and so much more. And he is a leader, and he does set a good example in these sorts of things. Whether you like his comedy or not, or whether you like his projects or personality or not, doesn't matter. You can't deny the success and the impact that he has had. It's just another situation where Harry and Meghan were so far out of their league that they've made themselves into a laughingstock. Can't imagine what the other people within the NAACP organization think and thought now that Harry and Meghan have backtracked on their claims and completely abandoned the organization after having gotten their award and just skipped off back to Montecito to complain about new things. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for joining me for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a happy day ahead. I'll see you next time. Bye!